And just like that, we're back. This time
we were wrong.
Not going to do a full episode though, but Pat, the Chicago Bulls have traded Nikola Vucevic to the Boston Celtics for Anfernee Simons, a second round pick. The Bulls also send a second round pick, so we don't gain an additional one. I don't even know why teams do that. Both teams send a second round pick. You could have just a wash. But bro, the Bulls now have no healthy center on the roster. Another trade has to be coming, right?
I would think that, first off, so many guards. I would think that if you're doing this, you're not planning on keeping you're planning on flipping somebody. Shams Charania came out and talked about it. He said that he felt his phone has been buzzing nonstop about Kobe, about Io. Where do they think that they're going to go? Realistically speaking, I think that this is a situation where you do end up flipping one of the guys that you've recently acquired today, more than likely for possibly a couple of pieces here if you want to, because Kobe's still moving. And I don't know if you saw recently, last I saw on this scrolling through Twitter here was that there are some serious talks here with Kobe White to possibly going to Houston. Also, a couple of other teams involved in that as well. But Houston is kind of one that has gotten pretty far down the road here. Could there be a young player for young player swap down there? We know they got a couple of options, a ton of young pieces on that team as well. Or, could you be trying to flip these guys? Like we said, you got guards back. There's teams around the NBA that want these guards in their rotation. Could you be using that to bring back either a Yves Messi, who's down in New Orleans right now, or maybe you go out and you try to add a center from one of these other teams? The Jazz have been active today. Could you be talking about taking maybe a Walker Kessler off of their hands? I know he's banged up, but
I mean, he's not going to play this year, but the Bulls could make the long-term play because after that trade, they do need a shooting guard down there. So they very well could do that. They also need a center because Jaren Jackson Jr. doesn't like playing center. So, maybe they keep Walker Kessler, maybe not. The Bulls, Pat, we talked about before, there was a Karl Anthony trade rumor. The Bulls now, with all the moves that they have, they can create space to get Karl Anthony Towns and be, a third team if they do move him. And, the Knicks make a move for Giannis. There's a lot of options here. Nick Claxton's still in play for this Bulls team. Yeah. There's a lot of options at their disposal, but there's clear that 2 or more of these guards could be on the way out.
And hear me out on this, we keep all 4 of them. They all play. Nobody's over 6'7".
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. But
listen, the one thing that I do like about this is you're setting yourself up and putting yourself in a really good position for what teams need around the league. This is AK looking like a legitimate GM. This is AK making moves that actually make sense. This is AK being the GM that we've asked him to be for the last couple of years, and he's. You've put yourself in a great position to possibly go out there and move on from Jaden Ivey, Kobe White, if you want to, because of the value you can get back. Because the latest that's being reported is that the Bulls are looking for a first. Realistically speaking, teams are offering 2 seconds for Kobe White if you're going to move off of them. If that's the case, maybe you do go with better value, because right now, having a guy like Anfernee Simons on the roster, having a guy like Jaden Ivey on the roster, that could supplement possibly what Io gives you. Do I think they're the level of player all around that Io is? No, but Anfernee Simons is a phenomenal scorer when he's got the ball in his hands and when he's given that opportunity. Hasn't had a ton of that on the Boston Celtics this season, and so you haven't seen him really stand out as we've seen him do in the past. But I think the Bulls have a lot of different directions they can go. Bottom line is it only makes sense to move a couple of these pieces and try and add to your team some solid depth, for the love of God, please, with some height on this team.
Yeah, and shout out to Vooch, who gets to go and competes for a team that can win the title this year.
Clap it up for Vooch, man. We don't talk enough about that. I know a lot of y'all out there don't like
failing upwards. Shout out to Nikola Vucevic for failing upwards.
Listen, I know a lot of people out there don't like Vooch. There's not a lot of people that would have just chugged along and been okay with the situation the Chicago Bulls put him through. He was nothing but a consummate professional here in his time in Chicago. He tried to show guys the right way to do things. And listen, I know people were upset, like, he's not a great defender. Never was. He was exactly the player you traded for.
Exactly.
And so I love the fact, and as much as mugs are going to hate it, Vooch is probably top 5 centers to ever play for this team all time. I think he showed a great amount of talent here. Unfortunately, it didn't come with a ton of winning, and that's a lot of history with the Bulls. Maybe this time around, AK will change it. What it does say, and I think we had this conversation in the last one, Hayes, like, to me, this is screaming, we're trying to find ways to build around Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
Like, this is screaming out, like, we have to find pieces that we can add around Giddey. I would think that means one of these guards is moved for a centerpiece, or two of these guards are moved for a centerpiece. You might have some legitimate center depth coming to this team. I know it looks grim right now, but there's a lot of teams out there with some big guys at the end of their bench or that are just rotation guys that kind of fit in, that would fit really well here with a point guard like Josh Giddey.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen here, man. It's a good move, good value for Vucevic. Because keep in mind, we've heard that Vucevic has had no value. You got a young, even if we
got Anfernee Simons for Vucevic.
Even if you don't move Anfernee Simons, you got somebody who can. I know he's not averaging this year. You got somebody who can average 20 and pat. Unlike the other questions that we had, Anfernee Simons is a great off-ball player, amazing off-ball player. So if you're talking about
fits perfect with Giddey.
Yeah, he fits perfectly, and he's a good expiring contract guard if you do look to move him in another move.
Hey, bro, like and if you had to pick one, if you had to pick one, which one are you looking to keep? And two, how do we go from no value to Anfernee Simons, who's tremendous value?
Exactly.
Like I'm asking, like, Anfernee Simons is healthy, is consistent, and fits perfectly next to Giddey. Like, I know we're excited about the possibility of what Ivy could be here, but I think you might be in a situation where Kobe and Ivy are on the move.
And if I'm not mistaken, is Anfernee Simons only 26 years old? Same age as Kobe White?
Anfernee Simons, born 1999, 26 years old. Yep. Oh, hey, here's the one though. 6'3".
Yeah.
6'10" wingspan.
Me and Anfernee Simons are the same height.
Hey, bro. 6'3", 6'10" wingspan.
Anfernee Simons has a 6'10" wingspan?
I had to go look it up. I was like, there's a reason AK went out and got him.
I'm flabbergasted, bro. I had no idea. That's crazy.
So, like, to me, I think this is a good piece for you to get. It'll be interesting to see kind of what the Bulls do. The Clippers are an interesting team to watch for in all of this now, because
Clippers could get Kobe. We could
Clippers
get
are trying to get young.
Zubac.
Ivan Zubac would be a great piece to have here as a centerpiece. And I think especially with the second round picks that you've acquired from just about every one of these trades, you could still go get a used Messi.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good that you could do with this. So to me, I would say don't get attached to people. I already saw it. I was watching your stream and people are already getting to the point where they're like, bro, there's no way we can move off of Ivy. We just got him. You got to hold on to him. Don't fall in love with these players.
Bro, we haven't even had him an hour yet. People are already saying there's no way we can move off of him. That makes no sense.
Don't fall in love with these mugs. Don't fall in love with these mugs. The only reason I bring this, because I know people are going to be wilding out here. The only reason I bring this up is because Baki usually only reports the truth unless he's playing around. According to Brian Windhurst, the Bulls will be trying to re-sign Anfernee Simons this offseason. So there's an answer there at a minimum, and we'll see if the Bulls actually do, right? If the right deal or package comes along, I can see AK still making a move here. But if you're trying to re-sign Anfernee Simons, again, fits in perfectly next to Josh Giddey. What's his defensive metric? I mean, it don't look good on the court all the time, but I would assume that he's not.
Oh, I'm sure we've added worse defenders than. Let me see.
Well, listen, Isaac Okoro is also pretty bad this year.
His defense rating isn't that bad though. Let's see.
118.5 this season.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
It ain't great. It ain't terrible
either.
It ain't. I mean, here's the thing. He could play in a system. 118 we could work with.
118 can be a good team defender if you got the right.
There you go. There you go. 118 we can work with team wise. This is interesting because I let me ask you this. Do you feel like AK has been a good GM just waiting in the wings this entire time?
Bro, you've always said that, like, and I'm not saying that he deserves, like, to be excused for this, but AK really did think Lonzo Ball was going to come back healthy. And he really did think that he was going to come back and we were going to see the team that we saw before Lonzo went down. It never happened. And it really did seem like that paralyzed him for a second because he's like, I don't know what to do now. Now that he does have kind of more of a path where we're seeing it, it looks like he's trying to reconstruct this roster around Josh Giddey's strengths.
Yep. And I think that's the part that is exciting. You found a player that you believe in. You found a player that you really want to go all in with. and you're turning that player into a piece that can be very exciting with the pieces you put around him. Giddey and Anfernee Simons, if that's a tandem you're rolling with, bro, like that's legit. Now you got to find a big. You have to find a big. It's not Noah Essengay. It's not Modest Buzelis. You have to find a big. If Kobe brings that back, if Io brings that back, whatever it is, you have to find a big, because you've got some really good guards on your team now, and they're going to thrive if you get them a big man that can play along with them. What kind of big do you think it fits with this team right now with the pieces we keep?
I mean, it's still defensive-minded, rim-running big. You need, like, every piece that we add, it's still the same type of big that you need, and one that's smart in pick-and-roll offense and defense.
Hey, somebody said, "Watch, we're gonna end up with Rudy Gobert." Don't say that. Don't say that.
Pat would lose.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you dare put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. The most unimpressive defensive player of the year I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Jaren Jackson Jr.
But Jaren Jackson Jr. actually plays really good defense when he's not fouling.
But still, that it's such
like
a huge part of his game.
Listen, he be fouling. But he get 5 of them, and in between them 5, he plays some really good defense.
I feel you. Anything left, man, before we get up out of here?
Is that a possible reroute?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, at this point, the Bulls have set themselves up to where I can't say Giannis is possible, Zion's possible, Cat's possible. Like, it's a lot of possibilities here, bro.
Please, God. Gobert and Cat being mentioned in this podcast episode. Oh, by the way, did you see what the Memphis Grizzlies view their future as?
What? Who?
Get a chance to check that out? The
I
Grizzlies.
have not. I've been so knee deep in the Bulls content.
Oh, they said we believe that our future is Cedric Coward and the tall age. I can't think of his name.
What's up, son? No. Okay, Alan, I'm recording right now. What's up?
Me and Pod, what's good?
Okay.
Alan, what's going on, bro?
Okay, son, we'll just kick her out. Okay.
See, that's how AK is operating right now with some of the players that he's sending up out here. Zach Edey. Yeah, they view Zach Edey, which is hilarious. They view Zach Edey and Cedric Coward as their future.
Zach Edey?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out. A big in the guard.
Cedric Coward. Yeah. And Cedric Coward. And Cedric. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls. You can follow me on everything at Pat the Designer. Hey, maybe Giannis is coming. I don't know at this point.
We'll see it, man. We'll see what happens here. We'll be back. Let's see what happens, man. Love you guys. Peace, y'all. We're getting up out of here. I'm sure we'll be back before the end of the night. They don't got no center, Pat.
They have no centers. We got guards. Everywhere we look, guards.